All right, we're back with big ambitions. And last episode, what we did was we hired a logistics manager because we're preparing to get our truck together so that we can start making deliveries from the warehouse over to the different stores. We have a order in for fruits and vegetables coming to the warehouse. No, we don't. We don't have any orders coming. It doesn't look like. I think maybe. Yeah, I thought I had some stuff coming, but maybe I don't. We do have. Yeah, we need to get this guy a calculator too, by the way, before we go too much further. Yesterday was an okay day. Not a great day, but an okay day. We did do some additional marketing. We got our clothing store up to 53%, but we're kind of maxed out on our marketing. So we may have to take a look. I know somewhere on this map there is another marketing place that'll do billboards, for instance. And in our other store we have, actually, it looks like, yeah, full marketing. So we'll have to take a look and see if that's going to drive us any more business. We went through and did a couple of additional marketing things last time around. We're going to take a look and see if we can, one, get a truck, and let's get started here. I think the other thing I want to do is take a look at my warehouses. There is. Yeah, okay. So our order just came. That's the reason why it wasn't showing up as an order that is on the way, because we've got one. We just had one. So what we'll need to do is also check inventory levels again just to see. So we're probably going to need pears and carrots at the Fresh Foods. Fresh Threads, we're okay. This is the store where we're selling. We were selling about 50 a day. We're getting close to 60 a day, it looks like. So, but we've got a couple of days worth of inventory there. And then Fresh Threads also, we're selling just under 40 a day. So we should have a couple of days worth here as well. Plus, we've got the inventory in the warehouse. So I need to go to the warehouse, though, and pick up some pears and carrots. And then I think what we're going to do is a little closer to probably 8 or 9 o'clock. First, let me do this. Marketing agency. Okay, that's the one we're currently using. What is this one? City ads. Okay, so this is one that we'll need to visit. I think, yeah, this is the one that does billboards. So we'll have to go to that location. For some reason, I missed it the last time. All right, so that's one place we're going to need to go. But the other thing we're going to need to contact is a recruitment agency. And I don't know which one will give us the driver. So first and foremost, back to the car, to the warehouse for some of the goods that we need at the fruits and vegetable store, and then we'll head to City Ads, get an ad, and we'll contact the recruiting firm to recruit us a driver. And since I'm driving to the warehouse, I'll cut this part out. All right, I've made it to the warehouse. I don't think we need the flatbed, so let's come over here. And again, we're going to be grabbing pears and carrots. So pears and carrots. So let's see what we got here. Pears and carrots. We should be good with one box of each of those. I don't think we're going to need any more than that. So we'll get those in the car. We'll get those over to the Fresh Foods. And I won't cut this one out just because I'm not going very far. I did want to let you guys know there wasn't a small minor update to this game today as I'm filming this today, Thursday, in preparation for the update that's going to be coming out, the 0.11 update that is imminent. And they're preparing, this update was to prepare for mods, basically. So just so you know, it didn't do anything with the version, but it is in preparation for the next update that's coming fairly soon. It's in the experimental branch now, so they have it ready. I'm not playing the experimental branch, as you might have guessed. I'm playing the released version. So they are making this was an update that was going to be out supposedly by the end of May, and they didn't quite make May. All right, let's do this. Let's make contact here and see who. Let's see. We don't. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see here. All right, so not that one. It's not that one. So it must be this one. And delivery driver. All right, let's get us 3 candidates within 3 days of a delivery driver. All right, so that's done. Now what we need to do, we need to, I think, go to, if I were to guess, I'm thinking ICA for this guy's calculator, but we're going to take a look here and see. If not, it might be appliances. Although that would surprise me if it were the appliance store. But stranger things have happened. Could be potentially the office supply store too. All right, so it's not ICA. So we know that. Let's see. Office supply store. Let's actually check a appliance store real quick. I don't think it's going to be here. Yeah, it's not in there. At least not in that one. Let's see if it's right across the street. And I'm not seeing it here either. So it's most likely an office supply store, which I think Mr. Scott's office supply store, I'm going to guess. There's a printer. No one's asked for a printer yet. There's the calculator. All right, so we're going to set this as our destination. I'm going to drive up to Mr. Scott's. I'll cut this out as we've seen this before. You don't need to watch it again. And I'll be back when I'm there. All right, I'm at Mr. Scott's office supplies. Let me grab a basket here. Where's the baskets? No baskets, just a Dolly, I guess, huh? All right. And all we're really looking for is a calculator. Got... There it is. Place the order. Pay for it. And let's put this in the car. I will head back to... Oh, I need to go to City Ads. We talked about City Ads. That's not City Ads. Where was City Ads? City Ads was all the way up here. So I will drive to City Ads. And when I get there, I'll be back. All right. I've parked across the street from City Ads. We're going to go in here and talk with someone in here about billboards. Perhaps. And we need to figure out which business was it that we needed more marketing for. Fresh Foods. Fresh Foods, I think we're okay. Yeah, we're hitting most of that one. So I don't think we need Fresh Foods. Fresh Threads. We need some marketing for Fresh Threads. We don't for Fresh Threads also. Okay, so Fresh Threads. And we want to do... large billboard is $6,000 a day. Let's do a medium billboard for now. And we'll have to see what we did here with Fresh Threads. Okay, so that took our marketing up to 100%. So we should start to get closer to this number, our 30 number there. All right. Plus, I have him as a contact now. The other thing I wanted to point out was that there's this park here, and so one of the things that you can do to increase happiness, you see my happiness meter pretty much is all the way up at this point, and I'm gaining happiness, and I'll show you here in just a second what that did for us with the walk in the park. For 7 hours, it's given me a 30% boost, right? So that small walk in the park. All right, we're going to set my destination to the office since I have the calculator that our person was looking for, our purchasing agent. So before we do anything else, we're going to get this back down to the office. And then what we will probably do, well, it looks like we're probably late in the day. We're too late in the day to go get a truck today. Besides, we don't have a driver yet either, so wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. So after I head to the office, so our logistics manager that we had in training finished some training. All right. That's why my car always needs repairs. All right. The only problem is I don't know what desk that person normally sits at. There. Maybe he'll pick that desk. We're going to train them up one more time. The other thing is we probably need to train this person as well. Yeah. I need to unassign it. I'm going to unassign it and train them for a day. And let's check inventory levels again. We're good there. Well, maybe some apples tomorrow, maybe. Good there, I think. And probably good there. All right. So I'm going to head home and waste some time. I'll cut this out and I'll be back on Wednesday. All right. Pretty good day there. Not too bad. We do have someone had called in sick. So we do have standard office desk. That's what we have. We have standard office desks for all of our people, I think, don't we? How do we not have a standard office desk? Standard office desk. Yeah, they're all standard office desks. I don't know. I don't know why. Oh, you know what? I need to move him down here. There we go. They're all standard office desks. So I don't know. Logistics manager. Right now, you're not assigned because you're doing training, so you won't have a desk until you get into the office. All right, we've got a couple of we have at least a little bit of deliveries to do. Let's see where we're at. Okay, so yesterday we did pretty well there. I don't know if the marketing really took effect. Yeah, later in the afternoon we got a little closer to that 30 mark. Not quite there, but that was, I think, late in the day marketing. And we still didn't hit this one. Need to check some inventory here. I don't think we need anything at the clothing stores. We're selling not quite 40 a day at this location. So apples and lettuce is really all I need. Apples and lettuce from the warehouse. So I will make that drive. Once I get going, I will cut this out and I'll see you when I'm at the warehouse. All right. Once again at the warehouse. So we know we need lettuce and I think apples is what we said. Yeah, apples. You can see it up on my screen there. We're soon going to run out of apples. We need a couple things of lettuce though and apples. I think we're going to be good with that. I think once we get the truck, we're able to get deliveries going and that kind of thing. Then maybe what we're going to do is we're going to concentrate on these new objectives from Uncle Fred. We've got almost $250,000 in the bank, and we have no loans, so we're completely paid off on the loans. So we'll have to think about what we're going to start next, what our next business is. Get the apples in there. Yeah, and of course she has no bags up front because they don't know they have yet to figure out how to get bags for some reason. All right, couple things of lettuce. And then I think what we're going to do is we will drive up to the truck dealership. I don't think they're in my contacts. I don't think. They are not. Yeah, so I didn't think they were. So I am going to set the destination for the truck dealership over here in Industry City. And I'm going to go purchase a truck to be delivered probably tomorrow. I will be back with you when I'm at the truck lot. All right, I'm at the truck lot. We're going to head in here and we're going to purchase us a truck and we'll have it delivered to the warehouse. And I don't think I'm going to go with this one just because I don't know that requires a I don't know that requires a driver. This one I'm fairly certain does. We're going to deliver this to the warehouse. So in the next 2 hours, it'll be delivered, which will be before I get back because it takes a long time to cross that bridge and everything else and get back to the warehouse. But what I'm going to do, I'll set the destination to the warehouse. We'll drive back to the warehouse to see it, and then we'll set up the schedule for some deliveries. Looks like my employees have finished their training, and I'll be back when I'm at the warehouse. All right, I'm back at the warehouse. I'm pulling in now. Oh, yeah, I can't pull in because my truck is blocking the way. So, I'm going to see if, I don't know if I can fit in here or not. Yeah, I can. How about that? So, as you can see, there's my truck. And things can get loaded onto it and so on and so forth. So, all right, we have a couple of employees that have no task. We don't have a driver yet. So, no sense in having that person. She's only at 58%. Let's try to get her skilled up as well tomorrow. Might be a day of training tomorrow for folks. We're still waiting for the recruiter to come by and give us a candidate for as a driver. We don't have a single driver candidate yet. Uh-oh, I'm about to fall asleep here. I need to get home. We're going to see before I actually get home, though, we're going to see how well of a day we did. Because the time is about to roll over. I need to get home. So if I am out and about when this gets all the way down, then I'm going to end up in the hospital like last time. All right. I am going to bed for the evening. I will be back. We still have over 100K, right? And we're going to add to it today. So even after spending the money that we spent on the truck, we're going to be in good shape. All right. So I think this is even. So this. Yeah, I don't know that that's after. Yeah, it's not. That was just from the business. So not a great day yesterday. Not bad, not great. We can see we went down about $900 at the Midtown store. We went down about $1,100 at our primary clothing store, and we went down about $200 at Fresh Foods. So that's the first thing that we see. Let's get some food. And what did we have? We have standard office desk. You don't have a desk because you're not assigned because you're in training today. So I don't know what else you want me to tell you. We don't have a driver yet, so we still need then to potentially check inventory and make a delivery or two. So we need bananas. So we'll need to get that from the warehouse. I think we're good there for another day. And I think we're good there for another day. So we're selling about 40 items a day. So we should be good there for about 3 more days, actually. And we have plenty of inventory. But I need to go down to the warehouse for the bananas. So I'm going to go grab the car. Head to the warehouse, and when I get there, I will be back. Yeah, you know what? I am back at the warehouse, but I forgot there's a truck parked in the one automobile slot. If you only have one automobile slot, I can't pull my car in there. So that's the deal with that. So I had to park outside. Not a big deal. I am here. And let's see, what did we need? We needed bananas. And what else? Bananas, tomatoes, maybe, and carrots. Bananas, tomatoes, and carrots. Tomatoes, bananas, carrots. Oh, that's not cool. All right. I didn't order the bags like I thought I had ordered. But I'm going to take this out to the car. Where did I? Oh, I'm all the way up here. All right. All right. I'm going to get this back to the store. Which is right around the corner. And we'll grab the rest of the stuff. All right. So let's take a look and see what we need to do here. All right. So we've got our purchasing agent, we've got our HR manager, and our logistics manager. No driver yet. So we don't need to worry about the driver yet. I have to wonder. Okay, so this is the in stock. The amount we have in stock. This is the balance. This is like from the order that we placed. This is the balance. This obviously is not right. So we gotta get a driver. That's the next step. But the other thing is that Uncle Fred wanted us to take a look at starting another business, right? With a demand of 80% or higher, and then use the interior installation firm and hire them to set up a new store and wait for blueprint installation to complete. So what we might want to do is once again take a look at our Market Insider. We don't have anything in the garment district. Hell's Kitchen has a theater option potentially, right? But theater can be expensive, I think. Murray Hill, no 80%. So now we're to Midtown. Only a couple of things in Midtown that are above 80%, which would be kind of like a restaurant. The only problem is the last time we looked, there were no available places to rent in Midtown. We'll take another look, but I don't think there is any. In Midtown is in fact this color here. Yeah, there is nothing open. So that's not going to do us any good. The other thing I want to draw your attention to over here, right? We can kind of see what kind of people are in that particular location. So in Lower Manhattan, 77% of the citizens in that area are working class, 19% middle class, 4% upper class. Now we have a couple of electronics things here. We could potentially open an electronics store in Lower Manhattan if there is available space in Lower Manhattan. Let's see if there is, in fact, available space. Let's see. But so there is some space. That's a pretty good. That's a huge store. I think we looked at this one time, and these are all large buildings. That one is pretty large as well. I think the other thing is we would have to, I think we would probably have to have another purchasing agent, or we might not even be able to buy the electronics at all. We would maybe have to make them, which is not, I don't think we're there yet. Yeah, I'm not seeing any electronics at all from any of these importer exporters. Well, there's the earbuds. Here's the Rhythm by Trey headphones. So those two we would be able to potentially offer. But yeah, I don't think but the phone that was out there. Yeah, we're not in a good spot with regards to. Now, are there importer exporters over here? I don't know that there are. Does not look like it. So, yeah, we wouldn't be able necessarily to open a electronics store in Lower Manhattan just because of the fact that we don't have this, we don't have this, we don't have this, we don't have this. The only thing we do have is this. And although I suspect the profit margin pretty good, we don't know that this is worth it. Now, I thought I saw. See, Lower Manhattan is just the locations are just so big. We could do expensive gifts and jewelry, and then the Rhythm by Trey headphones. We could do that. There's no businesses selling those items, and there was an importer for those. One of these importers down here had those. Email. So that's. There's the Rhythm by Trey headphones. And the gifts. Expensive. What was the other item that was in there? Jewelry expensive. We would probably have to make that if I were to guess. But we would have potentially the expensive gifts and the Rhythm by Trey headphones available to us in Industry City. But once again, I think we had. I think this is all Industry City over here, just to make sure. Yeah. So that spot's not too bad, but the traffic index is not bad for these locations. It's the capacity. There's not a lot of capacity. Now that one's not too terribly bad. Let's take a look. So that would be a potential for a gift shop and jewelry. Or I'm sorry, gift shop and headphones. The daily rent's not too bad. All of these tend to be 15 capacity and 50. There's a 46. So that's about the same size and about the same thing as the other one we were looking at. I think what we're going to do before we go into doing this is we'll have to get our driver in and see what kind of things we can do with our driver, because I'm not exactly sure if they can make deliveries to different locations. I suspect they can, but I don't know for sure. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to head back home, waste, I think, the rest of the day. We don't have any concerns for any inventory and anywhere else. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to head back home, waste the rest of the day. We're getting close to the end of the episode though because of time. And I don't want to keep making these extra long videos. Okay, they did get us one potential candidate here. So not talking about wants or demands as far as full-time or part-time or anything like that. I'm going to waste some time here and see if we get another candidate before. Nope, just the one so far. I'm going to waste some more time. And if I don't get interrupted on Thursday, I'll be back on Friday. All right. So my folks finished their training and we got a second candidate in. A little worse, but a little cheaper. We'll have to see about that third candidate. I am going to waste a little more time. We'll see about heading to bed, and then I will be back on Friday. All right, we had a decent day, not a great day, but we had a decent day yesterday. And I'm just going to check here. Inventory and pricing on the, yeah, we're good there, I think. All right. We're still not quite getting to the capacity of 30. It doesn't even look like we're getting 25. So I don't know what the deal is there. My marketing is all the way up. I can't do any more marketing. So, in fact, I might be able actually to save a little money here, it looks like, potentially, on my marketing by turning off maybe a couple of these. Yeah. The billboard and the large internet campaign. Actually, the billboard takes care of it. All right. So I was wasting a little more money than I probably needed to waste. Fresh threads also. We're getting close. Looks like maybe 12 of 15. So we're getting close, but we're still not quite there yet. Everything here, other than customer service, is 100%. So we should be okay with that one. We have two candidates, so I don't think there's anything really for me to do today. Well, maybe a box of a carton of apples, perhaps. However, this episode's getting really long again, and don't want to make it even longer. So I think with this, we're going to stop here for this episode. Guys, I know there's a lot of you that are watching that are not subscribers. I would appreciate it if you just hit that subscribe button. lets you, and give a thumbs up to the video. Lets YouTube know that some folks have enjoyed the video and it might be enjoyable for others. I would greatly appreciate it. Thanks for watching this one. Come back and watch the next. We'll see you.